had an appointment at like 2 p.m. and from the moment you wake up until that appointment occurs, you physically cannot get anything on your to-do list done just out of sheer anticipation. And this could be like a totally menial appointment, like means really nothing, it's easy to do, whatever, but you just can't get anything done before then. Because that's how I feel right now. I've got medical school orientation tomorrow, and your girl is going through many things. In all honesty, this video is really for future me, so I have a couple notes I want to go through, but if you don't know anything about who I am, my name's Sanjana. I am now not an incoming MS1. By the time this video will be posted, I will be an MS1, which is wild to me. I'm staying in New York City. I don't think I'm going to share my med school, not because I'm disappointed in it, but just for like safety precaution things. I'm all about being open on the internet, obviously, but I feel like as a young woman living in New York City, I don't need to be sharing too many details about my approximate location. And also, to be completely honest with you, I have seen far too many videos of people talking about getting reported to their school because of like videos they posted, and I don't post any like wild things, but like I would not like to start off on that foot, you know what I mean? So just being cautious. So yes, my school does know about my social media. In fact, I talked about it in not only essays when applying, but also my interview. If you want to know more about my medical school journey, maybe I'll do like a separate video on that and like go through my entire resume and what led me here. But yeah, let's get into kind of what I wanted to talk about to future me, because I kind of want to treat this video as like a time capsule, and maybe like the night before graduation or something talk to me in the future, if that makes sense. First and foremost, because this is the most current thing on my mind right now, Hawaiian Airlines and JetBlue has lost our luggage. Do we ever get that back? And how do we feel about it? Because not gonna lie, it made me crash out for like a full month. And did they give us money if they don't find it? Now on to more like medical school related things. What is your favorite studying tool? Because I feel like I still really like writing stuff, but I know that just in the essence of like time and stuff, like that's not gonna really fly in med school. So I want to know, like, what am I doing now? Am I into flashcards? Am I like an Anki fiend? Like, what's up with that? Also, do I ever become one of those like gym medical school people? Because like I've never understood how people could like wake up, go to the gym, go to med school, and then like maybe work out again and like get all their stuff done within a day. Like, they're a different breed. Also, are we friends with any of those people? Because like if we are, oh my god, I'm in awe of them and I don't even know them yet. How's your friend group now? I feel like we've always been like pretty social and butterfly-esque, but I know sometimes we tunnel vision and like we kind of like avoid everyone, so our friend group has gotten much smaller as time has gone on. Not that we don't have friends, you know, like, but you know what I mean? Like, I just want to know, like, how are we doing socially and whatnot? Do we have any people, like mom says, that we're going to be friends with for the rest of our lives because of the trauma of med school? Like, are we dating anyone from med school? Like, I won't tell anyone. But like, are we? And lastly, did we pick a specialty or like a couple specialties we like? Because like people have been asking me probably since I was an undergrad what I wanted to do, and quite frankly I have no idea. My answer to that question then was I just want to get into med school, and now that I'm in it, I gotta figure it out kind of quick. So do we figure it out? What did we figure out? And when? How did we even figure it out? Because right now it feels like the world is our oyster, but like, you know, I would like some kind of story and path to get there. All right, older Sanjana, talk to you later. But now this is kind of just an update on like how I'm feeling right now, because I feel like I don't see a lot of people being super candid, especially in the medical field, about like any anxiety and stuff. I think we've gotten better at it, definitely, especially like my generation. But I kind of want to know, like, what's it like? And maybe, you know, when I'm older watching this back, it'll be like nice to kind of see like everything panned out okay, or maybe everything burst into flames, so who knows. But I don't know if I'm feeling like anxiety or anticipation right now. I don't feel bad per se, but it's definitely like I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop almost. And I'm not overly worried because I'm certain that everybody is just gonna try and put their best foot forward tomorrow. But there is a little bit of, you know, nerve-wracking energy. Like in medical school, I think because we have gone, or I have gone, I'm talking about like Sanjana and me as the older Sanjana here, sorry about that. But you know, I've gone to public schools my entire life. I went to CUNY at Hunter on full scholarship because I absolutely needed to for my family. And now I'm going to this school, and I know that like the demographic of people I'm gonna meet are gonna be so different because, you know, as it stands right now, medicine is a rich people sport. And so I'm wondering like how they'll acclimate with us, how I'll be able to like get on with them, stuff like that. Because it's not that I think that we'll never be able to, it's just that I'm curious, you know, how it'll work, because I feel like it'll be like the first time in my life that I'm exposed to people who are so vastly different than me. And I think it'll be really interesting because I know this school also draws people from all over the country, not just New York, even though there are quite a few New Yorkers here. So yeah, I'm just kind of curious and I feel hopeful. I know this is going to be really, really rough. And I built it up in my head so much. You know, medical school is like almost like this untouchable thing that I'll never really get to. But now it's here, you know. I felt the same way about the MCAT. I felt like it was this giant beast that I was never going to be able to conquer, and I got over that hill. And once I'm over that hill, now I'm at this giant mountain of med school that I've got to get over. And so, you know, I think it'll happen. And my motto, it might not be like the best motto, but it got me all through my undergrad as a pre-med who struggled a lot. It was that stupider people have done it before, and so I'm hoping, you know, regardless of what happens, I can keep that in mind and remember that, like, you know, everything pans out the way it needs to. That's how it's gone in my life, at least, or at least that's what I tell myself to keep myself sane. So yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling right now. Just kind of hopeful. I'm also going to be trying to do video diaries throughout med school, just kind of talking about like where I'm at and stuff, because I also think it's pretty cathartic, and I kind of want to be able to keep this aspect of myself, because a big thing for me going through med school is that I don't want to lose sight of who I am. I think it's really important that I'm much more than just a student and a future doctor. I think, you know, I've still got to be Sanjana at the end of the day, and social media is a really big part of me, of just talking to people, being social and stuff. And so, you know, whether it's through this or TikTok, Instagram, whatever it is, I hope to continue yapping and like keep up my hobbies and stuff. And you know, who knows? Maybe I will become one of those gym medical school people. No, I will not in my head, but like who knows, you know? So if you want to keep updated on that, let me know. If you have any particular questions about like my journey to med school and stuff, let me know, because I feel like Q&As also might be a good way to kind of just like keep yapping about stuff. But yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling, how I'm doing. Very weird night. I'm going to go eat my heart out with some ice cream now. Can I just say, this lighting is like so good. If only my background was a little bit better. Ugh.